Our time in Ecuador was very different from Colombia. This country was very beautiful. Getting to spend 5 days in the city of Baños to rejuvenate our hearts was refreshing. Staying in the city of Quito with our amazing ministry hosts, Fabi and Mabi, in their Casablanca home was a blessing we didn't expect. With bunk beds and multiple toilets and showers and a beautiful kitchen, we spent a lot of our time here. This was an all-squad month, which means all 4 teams were living together, all 26 of us. Each day we got to focus on our growth with God as we did team time. Sometimes through art and drawings, sometimes through songs and meditation and other forms. In all ways, we were able to share our connections with God. On occasions, we would try to help with some of the cooking wherever we could. We were blessed with having teammates who love to cook and are great at it as well. Our team had the honor to work alongside with Crew Ministries. They are an international ministry with a focus on university and young adults. We were greeted by wonderful staff members and 3 missionaries, Brianna, Sean, and Derek, who graciously trained us in evangelism on campus. Not only did they teach us a lot of practical stuff, but they poured into our lives, and it was a pleasure to get to know these 3 personally. Our days had long travel days. Being in the capital city of Ecuador, we spent a lot of time on buses. We had to learn how to get to the many universities we worked at. Waiting for a bus could take a while, and sometimes the lines are so long they had to circle around twice. Most of the days the buses were packed, but sometimes we were blessed with an amazing view of the mountain and the city. In total, we worked on 5 universities: San Francisco University, UDLA, Politecnica, Católica, and ESPE. Our ministry work was very blessed by God. We entered these areas to serve God in whatever capacity we can, and understanding that seeing the fruits of our labor was not our goal. Nevertheless, God graciously gave us the sight to see much of the impact we brought. We saw multiple people gave their lives to Christ. We saw students impacted by the questions we brought. We saw other students pour their hearts out and cry as we prayed over them for the struggles they were going through. I've learned how to better share and explain the gospel. I've learned how to ask the tough questions and allow myself to be vulnerable with strangers just as Jesus did. I've learned that the students had a heart and interest to learn. In between all this, we also got to encourage our ministry hosts and get to know them better. They brought us out to salsa dancing and rock climbing, and we got to even celebrate Thanksgiving together. We've come to realize that Ecuadorian people are very nice. They taught us how to dance and how to rock climb and enjoyed our company as we enjoyed theirs. We tried as a squad to bless our house hosts by cleaning and taking care of their home. With thankful hearts, we tried our best to serve them in this manner. We also held our own church services. With Connor and Maggie preaching and having our own worship session, it was a time of personal growth. Learning to break down the walls and build up loving one another just as Christ loved us. The passage where Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are burdened and heavy laden, and I will give you rest," rang true to me most this month. Learning to live like Jesus does through relationship with the Father and loving others. On one of these days, we had a chance to speak to the lives of the student leaders in the campuses. We believe that the true impact to a city is not from the short-term missionaries, but those who live there. Our time to disciple and support these Christian students were really important. We shared that we are no different than they are, that the power of the gospel and the transformation of people's heart ultimately comes from God and not us, so they can be the impact of their community because God is on their side. Our last day, we had the opportunity to help out Team Fiercely Love, where they spent an entire month laying a cement road and building a wall for sex traffic victims in Ecuador. This home literally will protect the women who are rebuilding their lives from those who abused them. It was humbling to see the amount of work that Team Fiercely Love put in this month through rain and shine, moving 25-pound heavy cinder blocks up and down these steep hills with wheelbarrows that weren't really working very well. In the end, experiencing the culture of Ecuador and getting to know the people there was filling for our hearts. It was truly a blessing to partner with Crew and get to know the students of Ecuador. Please continue to pray for those we encountered, for God to work in their hearts.